Your Midco Sports Network game recap here from Frost Arena in Brookings. The top two in the Summit League go at it here this afternoon. South Dakota State beats North Dakota State 68-58. Nate Walters in the building. The Jackrabbits made him proud here this afternoon, Brad.
They sure did. They kind of rode maybe a little of that mojo that Walters brought with some really hot three-point shooting. That's what really carried the Jackrabbits. They hit 10 threes.
All right, Lawrence Alexander was hot in the first half for North Dakota State as he hit 4 threes in the first 20 minutes here. And not a whole lot of scoring. It was only 29-24 at the break, but Alexander just came in doing what he always does.
Yeah, he's been a fantastic three-point shooter all year, and he certainly played the part today.
His counterpart, though, George Marshall, was up to the task as well. 14 in the first half for Marshall. Nobody had more than a 6-point lead in that first half. Retelling using a couple of nice moves. And Cody Larson, who just got beat up inside the entire ball game, but played well. A.J. Jacobson spinning. He had a big second half, but there's Tellinghusen again, and the spread was not much in the first couple of minutes as Carlin Dupree finishes off the only fast break points of that first half, but Marshall was the difference for the Jackrabbits early.
Yeah, I think the thing we saw is two teams that are really good defensively and know each other very well. They just weren't given a lot of clean looks, and the teams really had a hard time scoring, especially in the first 20 minutes. Like you said, it was a low possession game, and teams not shooting real high percentages.
North Dakota State just 32%, as you said, in that first half. Jackrabbits lead at 29-24 at halftime, and then in the second half, stayed close as well. South Dakota State would pull away a little bit late in the second half, but Alexander went right back to what he was doing. He ends up 5 of 11 on threes, leads North Dakota State with 24.
Yeah, he had 12 in each half, and he hit big shots when his team really needed them.
A.J. Jacobson gave him some support. Kading scored a little bit, and Carlin Dupree as well, but Marshall again was the man for the Jackrabbits as he kept doing what he was doing. Jake Biddle came in, hit a couple of threes in the second half for the Jacks as they built a little bit of a lead, but Jacobson shot him right back in it. North Dakota State had a 3-point lead midway through the half. South Dakota State just beating on the offensive glass, though.
That was the huge part of this game. South Dakota State 14 offensive rebounds in this game, gave themselves second opportunities and set up some of these three-point shots.
DeAndre Parks was scoreless in the first half. He had that 4-point play, and he ends up with 3 threes in the ball game. He hit his last 3 shots, 11 points for Parks, and South Dakota State wins it 68-58. Big advantage on the boards for the Jackrabbits, and both teams shot it very well, especially from the 3-point line, or from the 3-point line.
Yeah, actually, both teams shot it better from the 3 than they did from the 2, which is, of course, very rare, but that's what the defenses were giving them. That's what the teams had to take. And, for South Dakota State, they've played fantastic here on their home floor, Tom. They have locked people down defensively. They had another great defensive game here today, and that's really what carried them. Again, the defense and the rebounding. When South Dakota State has done that, that's what's led them to victories here in the Summit League.
North Dakota State shoots at 40%. This is the closest game at home that South Dakota State has had in Summit League play. The 10-point win, 68-58. Be nice to see these two play one more time, maybe in the Summit League tournament.
Yeah, I think that would make the fans pretty happy. This was an entertaining one for sure.
All right, South Dakota State 68, North Dakota State 58, as they are tied now at 10-3 at the top of the Summit League. And that is your Midco Sports Network game recap from here at Frost Arena in Brookings.